Hello everyone. Let's make sure that everything is set and yeah, we can continue. Fixing camera. There we go. So a couple more things. And we can definitely start. I think there was a drawer. All right. So last time we started with Nemesis. We did a little bit work on it. So this is what we managed to do last time. And if it stays, it's going to be amazing. So terrifying. And today we will continue making at least one arm, and if we have the time, one leg, and if we have time, we will start doing the flamethrower. So let's start simply with the arm, like we did on the normal body. We will make it kind of palish. For that, we will use rock art flesh. So we're gonna go with rock art flesh. Let me bring my paper here as well. All right. So we're gonna take it and just simply go through where the skin is going to be visible. Let me zoom a little bit here. Focus. Focus. So first we're gonna paint all of the skin, and unlike what we did on the main body, then we're going to cover everything else with Black Templar. And that way it's gonna be easier. So there's a little bit of skin here that shows. Wonderful, because I did not have access to it. Good. We're gonna let it dry for now. And what we are going to do is, so we have the boot, and as you see, this part is going to be black, and this, because I don't want to make it black, we are going to make it dark blue. So what we will start doing is, we are going a little bit of Leviathan blue, and we're going to mix with normal oil. and we're gonna make it stick. At least we'll try to. And we're gonna mix the two colors. And since we're gonna do one leg and it's going to be contrast, I'm going to bring up the second boot. Apparently it was already here. We go. And we're gonna do both of them together. So we mixed, I guess, 2-to-1 in null oil with the violent blue, and then we're just going to start painting. More. So currently it looks bluish, but once it dries, it's going to be more dark. Okay, just apparently I forgot to prime it. But most of it's going to be covered because it's the cape under it. So, second boot. Nothing extraordinary. Basic steps. Whoop. Adhesive with contrast paint has some issues, so make sure that your stuff is stuck good before you start applying contrast. Go back to the arm. Let's clean up here a bit. And go for a second layer. There we go. So second layer. We're gonna do a little bit more of effect here, like it's barely visible, since we are going to paint black on top of it. All right, leave it to dry, and we will continue with the legs now. Like we did on the previous session, we are going to get black Templar. If I find it, there we go. And we're gonna paint like from the boots up. straight from the pot. Same for the other one. Okay, let's try to get warmer and then try to adhere this one or here and hope it works. Okay, it's not going to work. What we're going to do is we are going to leave this one for now and come back later to it once the blue has dried. Okay, so we're gonna only do one leg. I think we need to do this one. So, since we have some time, let's make the arm with the flamethrower, and we are going to paint the arm exactly like we did the other one. So, rocket flash. It's okay if we paint for now. The flamethrower is going to be overlaid anyways. I don't want it to be black, so we're gonna make it a little bit more metallic and gray. Yeah, I guess that's enough. This one was mostly dried, right? Right. So what we're going to do is start shading it with Raglan Flash Shade. This one. So we're gonna use Raglan Flash Shade, and we're gonna go over the skin to make it look a little bit dirtier. I mean, I don't want to say dirtier, it's more fleshier. So it's not like he hasn't bathed for some days. It's like his skin is shit. Apparently I need to dry a little bit more, but that's gonna be fine. I mean, hey, we are in a timer here. So we're gonna leave the flash shade here, and what we're going to do is go back to this arm and check if everything is dry at least a little bit, and it is. So we are going to start with the second. Once the second layer is done, then we're going to shade again, and we will proceed to another part. It looks good. As the blue dried, the Leviathan blue has mostly dried. We are looking for the wrong foot. I guess I can go back to the Black Templar and have a pass on the leg. The old-fashioned way. It's called force painting. Like force lightning, but you just put paint inside of that. There we go. And one thing we did not do last time was to come and paint in here. So now that we are at the legs, it's a very good idea to do it as well. So one more thing that I did not show you, but it happened after the stream, was that we did some dry brushing over here, and then I passed it with an oil to blend all the colors together, so they didn't look so weird. So that's the only thing that happened, let's see, behind the scenes. Good. Putting Black Templar back. This one. We are going to get a little bit of German gray and a little bit of Abaddon black, and we're gonna mix them. When I say a little, I mean always one and one. A lot more water. And now with our mix, we are going to start painting all of the metallic parts. Of the boot. I guess I made way too much, but we are going to paint the flamethrower with this color. Do we have another metallic part? Yeah, we have in the front. And I don't know if this is a metallic part, but this can also be one. So we can try make it metallic. Good. Yeah, right. We need to do it here as well. Cool. The arms seems to have dried, at least the fingers. They're good. Add a little bit more here. I don't know why. Maybe we're going to do this one later on these parts, or it wasn't ready yet. Alright, we're gonna go back to our big brush and we're gonna start doing blood drawer. I know it's got a little bit boring for most of you, but it is a big piece and it still needs to get painted, so alright, so the main body of the flamethrower is done, so we only have to do the front parts. There we go. So with the flamethrower done, that was a big piece. So the boots are done as well. Our block is dried and so did the blue. We are going to let them dry a little bit more before we adding them to Nemesis. However, we are going to knit the bases. Putting the hand back on. We are going to get a little bit of palette witch bless. And we're going to use it with our Rakat Flash. We're gonna mix it. And we will start highlighting. We're gonna make two pools, one over here. Let's add a little bit more. The other one's gonna be inside the Rock Art Flash. There we go. A little bit of water here. So his hand is going to be something like that. And keeping that in mind, we will highlight. Doing it like this, so maybe we can add a little bit here. Just a bit here and here. dry. Going to the other arm. We are going to shade. I'll touch it. I think it is going to stay like that, but let's try. Raka flash is done. Okay, so we just wait for these two pieces to fully dry. I don't think we need to highlight the boots. They are going to be covered fully from, well, maybe not fully, but let's use a little bit of parallax on each leg. Okay, this part is so anti-adhesive that even after it got dry, it does not stick. One and two. Okay, maybe it's sounding a little bit weird right now, but keep in mind it's work in progress. There we go. So our Tyrant now has legs, and we need to add some arms. Add the hearts, something like that. Once we finish the arms, we can add them to our Tyrant as well, but for the arms we have a little work still to do. So on this arm that we did the highlights and so on, so it's almost ready. We just have to paint the black part. Yeah, in the game it's like kind of like a trash bag, but I don't want to make it trash baggy. My idea was be a little bit more leathery like the original Resident Evil. So we're gonna get back to our Black Templar and we will continue with it. To start painting the black part. Our Tyrant just fell. Anyway, let's remove the legs for now. You saw him how it stands, so just hold the movement because where I'm painting it's not so stable, and every move I make it just reflects. So probably if you check it from YouTube, then you'll understand. This is one of the very few times that it's actually good to paint over what is already painted, because it adds the effect of, hey, you know, there's like an empty strand of leather or trash bag, whatever you want to call it, over the skin. So it's kind of like an effect. We're gonna let this gods we are going to try to let it dry if it stands, and once it dries, then we will continue with the upper part. The flamethrower has dried, so yeah, we can start painting over here with our Black Templar, and then we can do the highlights. But let me grab it. Okay, maybe the flamethrower is not fully done, but we're gonna try our best. Inside. That is way easier because we have the flamethrower to grab. And now we're going to swap to a smaller brush. Not let it go up to the funnel. Small places close to the edge. So this one, as I said, we can be an effect, like it goes a little bit over the top, like a strand of leather has left. And what I forgot to paint actually is the handle from the flamethrower. So we're gonna go grab a little bit, because I don't have much, from the Abaddon Black and gray German gray, and we're gonna bring it up here. Now we can leave it here to dry, And while it dries, well, while both of them dries, I'm going to go and change the water because it's a little bit grayish, and I will be back in a couple of seconds. All right, we're back. I don't think they have dried or anything. No, it's not. So one more thing we can do while these two pieces dry. I don't know if it's visible. We're bringing super close, but there are some like small staple things, things you do with the thing that you have to do on the files when you just clip it together. So we can paint those. I don't want to paint the metallic. So what we're going to do is we are going to get some mechanical standard gray, and we're gonna paint them with it. Hey, we'll have it. Okay, so mechanical standard gray. Sorry, one of the paint pots was open, so I was just checking out what's up with it. We're gonna get a very fine tip. Okay. Then we will slow with a belly hard brush. There are multiple, we don't have to paint them all. We don't have to paint them all because some of them might be also supports that I forgot to remove. But they do add on the effect. Where else? There, over here. For example, this one must be a support that I forgot to remove. I did not see when I was doing the post-processing. Here we have a lot. Okay, this is definitely a support. Okay, now we're gonna let it down for now. Because I want to truly believe that this is somewhat stable. Yeah, it is. Let me pay the rest. gentle reminder to myself to start wearing gloves because my hands look awful every time I paint with contrast. It's a contrast thing. Okay, let's look at that. I do believe we are done with Black Templar, but this is exactly what I said last time, so maybe we're not. What can we do? We can start highlighting. We are going to get some Eshin Gray, which is almost the same with Mechanical Standard Gray. It's a little bit darker. So if you don't have it and you have a Standard Gray, then take Standard Gray. Fine. We'll get our super fine brush. And we are going to start highlighting, making highlights around the edges. Okay, pull a little bit down. I am not super fan of the edge highlights, but you can make normal ones. It doesn't have to be edge highlights. At places like, let's say here, it makes sense because there is you know, there are a lot of metallic parts that is super thin. So he's holding in something like that, that's why we paint both. So the light is going to hit pretty much the main body of the flamethrower, and then all of this. And now carefully we have to paint between the lines. And we can paint a little bit here also this side. And this side as well. About half the quarter should be good. Oops, that's the wrong way. add a little bit more here and here. Let's see on this side as well. Well, this side is going to be a little bit more darker since he's going to have it on his body. All right. We're going to get our skin mix and start adding the highlights on top of it. This area is more black than that. I thought this was thin, but it's not. Apparently it's close. And then we're gonna go with a pure palette witch flash and just paint very few parts. And maybe over here as well, and that's it. Did I add here some palette witch flash? I don't see. No. Okay, not added. So what we're going to do now, grabbing the little guy, shoving it over here, and like we did with the main body, we are gonna start painting the small parts, all of the staples, unless those who are going to be visible. And we have a little bit more area that we need to add black and black, which is here. And let's do the same for the other hand. So mechanical standard gray. Okay, this arm did not have so many staples. These are definitely supports, so I will need to break them. But otherwise, yeah, we probably have to do a little bit more work on the flamethrower. But hey, for today's session, we made 2 legs and 1 arm. There are a couple more pieces at the left, and once we do it, our T-103 is going to be ready. But that would be all for tonight, guys and gals. Thank you for staying with me, and I will see you on Wednesday if everything goes well. I wish you a great day or night.